Hi, this is Caroline from SewCanShe.com. I am so excited to share with you today an embroidery design to make in the hoop eyeglass or sunglasses cases. As you can see, I have been making these all day long. They are so fast and easy, and it's a great way to use your scraps. Now, my design has a really pretty embroidery fill that is a flower, and the flower is repeated all over the design. What I'm going to show you now is how you can use Hatch Embroidery software to open up this design and to change the fill that is on the case. There are over 100 different embroidery designed fills that come with the Hatch software. So let me show you how you can change it. For example, here is one that has a baby block design. There are so many possibilities with the Hatch Embroidery Design software, and now I'm going to show you how you can take my design for the eyeglasses case and change it up any way you like. You'll start by opening up Sunglasses Case Step 1, which looks like this, and also Sunglasses Case Step 2, which is exactly the same except it has the wide satin stitch around the whole case, not just the satin stitch at the opening like Step 1 has. So we're going to work here with the fill on Step 2. You'll go ahead and select that layer, the fill, and if you want to make sure that you've selected that layer, you can click on Sequence here. Here you can see all the different steps in your design, and right here is our fill step. So I've selected the fill step, and then I'm going to go over here to Object Properties. I'll close the Sequence tab. Now here on the Object Properties, if you don't have this open already, then you come over here to Edit Objects and you'll see Object Properties. I closed it and I'm going to open it again. Now here on Object Properties, I have the motif going, but I'm going to select the motif button, and then I'll scroll down here and see all my different choices. Now it just moved me to a new motif, this one right here. I could try this motif. Oh, that's cute. This motif, this is all under the Blackwork 2 category. I like the single motif category. There's circles, we've got bubbles. As you can see here, there are so many different choices, and you can choose any of these choices and just leave them the way they are, and you'll have a great fill. But I want to experiment here. Oh, look at this one. This one's cute. So I'm going to experiment here. Here we have this little spool thing, but the spools are also close together. So first let's make them bigger. I'm going to make them 1 inch high and 1 inch wide, but they're still spaced very close together. If I go down to Layout, then I'm going to change the spacing to 1 inch, and I'll also change the column spacing to 1 inch. And there, see how they're much larger and easier to see. Now I could also change the row spacing to more than 1 inch, such as 1.5 inches, and you see here my spools are spread out a little bit. And I can also change the column spacing to 1.5 inches, and my spools are spread out even more. What if I change it to 1.25? That's cute. And I can also change this to 1.25. Oh, that's darling. Now you can also change the angle of the layout in as much or as little as you like. You can change it little by little here with the little arrow. That would be super cute. So there's one design. Now this is already on Step 2 of the design, and if I want to also place this on Step 1, I will make sure it's selected, and I'll go here and hit Copy. So I've copied this step in the design, and then I'm going to go over here to Sunglass Case Step 1. I'll close Object Properties. I will open up this sequence of my design so I can see everything, and I'll scroll down to the bottom before I go here and hit Paste. Now if you scroll down a little more, you'll see here is my new fill, the spools, and it is pasted at the very end of the stitch out. And here is my original fill right here, the flowers, which is 2 steps before. So I'm going to select the new fill, the spools, and use this little arrow here to move it up once. Now it is right after the fill of the flowers. So I'll click on the flower fill and I will hit delete so that I only have my spools fill, and it is the second to the last step right before the satin stitch at the opening of the case. So now I will just save step 1 as Sunglasses Case step 1, perhaps with dash spools, and I'll also save Sunglasses Case step 2 dash spools, and I can go down, I'll close my Edit Objects tab, and I'll go to Output Design, and there I can export my design to my memory card in the right format for my embroidery machine. Now, I promised you that I would show you the baby block fill, which is totally cute. So I'm going to go back to step 2 here, and I will select my fill in the Sequence tab. I'll select it, I'll close this, and I'm going to go back and open up my Edit Objects, open up Object Properties. The baby block fill is under Single Motifs, and it's here number block 18. So I'll click on that, and you see it popped up, and they're all little. So once again, I'm going to scroll down and change the width and height to 1 inch. Height is a little smaller, that's fine. And then under Layout, I'm going to change the row spacing to 1 inch. And I also have to change the column spacing to 1 inch. There they are. But I want every other row to be staggered. So here under Row, under Offset, I change this to 1/2 inch. Now you can see we're almost there. I just need to reduce my row spacing a little bit until these points here touch the tops of these little bumps here. So I'm going to just lower my row spacing gradually with the little arrow until they are there. And there we go. Perfect. Maybe that's a little too much. I'll reduce it. Perfect. Okay. Now, what if I want to go ahead and change the angle of this by 90 degrees? Oh, that looks good. If I wanted to, I could also flip it the other way by putting a negative sign in front of the 90, so it's negative 90, and it flips around the other way. So much fun. Okay, so I already know that this step is selected, just my fill step is selected, so I'm going to go ahead and copy it. Then I will go to Sunglasses Case step 1, which still has the spool design on it. I'm going to go to the Sequence tab so I can see what it's doing, and I will go ahead and paste it. And if I scroll down a little more, there's my new fill that I just pasted. I will select it. I'll use the little gray arrow to move it up 1 step so that it is right next to the fill that I put on previously, the spool fill. I'll select the spool fill, and I will come over here and delete it. So now we only have 1 fill. And now all I have to do is save this as a new design as the Sunglasses Case step 1 with baby blocks. And I'll save this as Sunglasses Case step 2 with baby blocks, and then I can come over here to Output Design. I can export the design in the correct format for my embroidery machine. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial about Hatch Embroidery Digitizer software. Download a free trial version using the link below.